Hey everyone, it's David. How you doing today? Still seeing folks come in, so we'll give them about a minute to trickle in, and then we'll get started. Hey everybody, how you doing? Just letting people know we're live, and then we'll get started. Okay, seeing some folks come through, so we might as well get started. Didn't get many suggestions on what to talk about this week, so I wanted to talk about how to get your payment gateways set up for storefront. I'm working on a video on how to do that, so I just figured it would be easy to talk about that right about now. Um, and then we can go from there. Right now with RTV, we support 3 payment gateways: PayPal, Stripe, Square. Um, Payment gateways are set up through your settings, and then packages and add-ons. Or excuse me, online payment settings. Like I said, Stripe, Square, PayPal right now, QuickBooks soon. We have the rates for each of them here, as well as a sign up link and a link to their the detailed line by line on how to set up each individual gateway. Hey everybody, how you doing? Good to see you. And so to collect money through Storefront, you have to have a payment gateway set up. For pay to download, you would have to have this set up, invoicing. Uh, excuse me. If you're expecting to take money in through the system with what we have for you, you will need a payment gateway set up. So each payment gateway charges a little differently. RTV isn't taking anything off the top of your transactions. So the transactions are totally dependent on the rates of the specific company. I know, yeah, so like if I hit the Stripe rates button, it's going to take us to their price page. Same with PayPal, same with Square. And so here's all of PayPal's. They've got their fees here. So they have like an advanced user and then a basic user. So it's 3.5% plus 49 cents per transaction. For PayPal payments, credit and debit cards, it goes down to 2.6 plus 49 for advanced users, and it's still 3% for standard. And then chargeback protection as well. So it's 40% or 0.4% per transaction. So there's PayPal's rates. Stripe has very similar ones where you can get a custom package, but you'd have to talk directly to them to do that. Whereas pretty much everything else for Stripe is 2.9 plus 30 cents per successful card. So keep that in mind when you're going about your business. Charge $3 more, or excuse me, 3% more plus 30 cents. Excuse me. So there is Stripe, we did PayPal. Square's fairly similar, but of course Square is different in that you can get like a point of sale. I'm sure you've seen these around different local businesses, but yeah, Square makes it a simple point of sale in addition to having online options through their remote payments like you're seeing here. So here's all of their different rates. So 2.9 plus 30 cents, pretty much the same. Card not present, they pay a bit more if the card's not there, but if you're buying online, you don't really have a way to do that. Yeah, so all the rates are there. You just have to compare and contrast which ones you like the most. These would of course be a attract expense, or not attract expense, attract payment, so that these would be something that would have to be reported. But basically the reason I wanted to talk about these is just to make sure you know that RTV isn't taking anything else. Once you've linked it to the payment, we get nothing. So you just keep paying us the way you used to by buying tour credits, and all of this works separately. So you don't have to worry about crossover there. So that's Square. So we recommend reading through, seeing which one you think sounds the best. I know most folks have heard of PayPal and Square. Not as many folks have heard about Stripe. And then QuickBooks is going to be really convenient once that's built in, because we know a lot of you do invoicing and bookkeeping through QuickBooks. And how cool would it be to integrate your sales right through it? All right. All right. So once you've selected your gateway of choice, all you'll have to do is you'll hit sign up. So you'll go through the process. You'll have to sign in as a developer for PayPal in most of them. But then they issue you credentials that you used that tells it where the money is going to go. And we ask for those in these little boxes right here. So for PayPal, they have what's called a client ID and then a secret ID. Stripe uses something similar as well. And then Square's a little different. Square actually has you access tokens and a login name. So you would go through the whole process of signing up for their system. PayPal, Stripe are pretty similar in that you pretty much just register and give them information and they're good to go, because PayPal can actually hold the money for you. Whereas Square, Stripe, you have to add a bank, you have to add a business ID if you're presenting as a business. They have a couple other requirements. So they're a little, so yawny. They just need a little more information from you before you can start the process. Yeah, so if I were to sign in with Square here, which I thought I had them saved. No, maybe not. I know I've got PayPal saved. And so it gives you, generally will give you a test API and a main API, or credential, excuse me. And there they all are there. And I don't want to give these to you, so. But they can also be reset. So the secret one, for example, I don't have to show you. And like I said, we have individualized custom steps for each processor right under the help. And as you can see up here, we're never going to ask for your sign in for that. It's just we're not interested in. We would much rather, if you're having an issue with that, we would much rather screen share with you. You sign in yourself. We can click around with you rather than doing it for you. I have done some signing in for folks' accounts for like web services, helping them set up their My Brand, things like that. So that's setting up a payment gateway. That is required for storefront. All right. Do I have any questions now that we've got through setting up those gateways? Well, looks like we're good, but I'll keep an eye on that just to make sure I don't miss anyone. Yeah, we can talk music. Absolutely. So music is another setting. Under your settings account, we have music here on the left. And the way we have this set up is we have all sorts of royalty-free, you're not going to get copyright hit with copyright infringements or anything like that. We pay for the licenses for these, so you don't have to. We have them all listed here with the sort of type and then the title. And you can scroll through those, take a half hour, go through those. You can click on one and hit the little green arrow here to play it so you know what you're going to be listening to. I don't know if you can hear them or not. But you can preview it and say, oh, I kind of like that. And so if you find one that you do like, you can mark that as a default, a favorite. You can rearrange it by dragging these little lines, or you can even send it to the top with these little buttons there. And then we can see there it is, right up top. And so all my favorites I put up top. And then you can change the default volume for that. So if it's a little quiet, you can raise the default volume. You can save it. And of course, you can even upload your own files. So for example, I could upload this MP3 of my voice if I wanted to as a song. And then I could put it in a tour. I wouldn't, but I could. And so there it is. We see it as an MP3. We've got volume. We can move it around. We can play it. We can favorite it. Or we can delete it. And then, of course, everything you can do, you can hit save. And so the system is going to prioritize things first that are starred. So things that you star, it's going to apply to tours. And then it will go down the star list in order that they appear here. So I'd say go through, listen to them. I think there's like almost 400 different tracks. We have a lot. Go through there, listen, pick 10 or 20 of your favorites, and then you'll always be good if you want music to appear on your tours. Music can also be chosen on a per user basis. So for Joe Schmo here, I can go to his music and say he's got his own favorites. I could go through as him and select his favorite types, and they would take priority over the main account. Okay. Questions so far? Okay, so one thing I will mention is I know I was talking about them being copyright free. They do still have a copyright, but we own the copyright. So if you were to produce a tour into a video that then gets posted on YouTube, there's a chance it would be copywritten, but you would just have to let us know and we can issue approval for that. But I think someone said it's super uncommon. I think it's only happened 2 or 3 times, what I was hearing. Anything else? What else could we talk about? One thing I'll talk about that I see a lot of folks will either have skipped or not have set up is their affiliate, which is right here. We really recommend everyone sets that up. Looking at the list of attendees, I think most people on the list have it set up, so I don't know that there's many folks in here who don't. But if you're not, if you're one of those folks, pay attention. The affiliate is your branding. So the affiliate is one of the easiest ways to get your name on all of your productions, you as the business owner, the photographer. It's not going to appear on non-branded MLS postings, of course, but what it will do is it will appear on everything else. And so this is my affiliate, and you can set up more than one. Say a particular brokerage wants a specific logo, you could set up an affiliate just for them. But for most folks, the easiest way to make that work is to just redirect it to yourself. And you could even make it a tracked link, so you could see how many folks are going through your link. We do a little tracking for you too, though. So we can see under my account, I don't really get much because I'm not a photographer. See a question. How to set up my client agents so that the thumbnail descriptor of their property website has their name instead of mine. Facebook post image says photos. You know, I don't know if there is a way to do that. What link are you posting? Are you posting the main branded link, or are you posting the non-branded link? I guess it wouldn't matter. You know, I don't know that there's a way to do that. I'll have to confirm that, and then is that Ben? Yeah, I can let you know after the fact. But as far as I know, there's not a way to do that. But there might be. I could just be missing it. Let me send it to one of my other guys while I'm in here and see what he thinks. Okay. So let me just follow along with you here, Ben. Let me look at a live project here. So are you seeing it like down here? Facebook has what they call a developer debug, developer scrubber. I can't remember what it's called. It can be changed to metadata, but can't be set as the default for the client. Okay. Where are you changing it in the metadata? Thumbnail descriptor of the property website. Okay, Ben, it sounds like that might be a bug. Yeah, it sounds like it might be a bug, Ben. It looks like other here, and I'm going to open this on a different screen, but I'm going to sign in as another FSD just to see if it's doing the same thing for them. Yeah. So it looks like it's doing the same thing for others. So this is this is one of Jason's productions, Ben, and you can see it's doing it for him as well. So that has been passed to the devs. Normally, where you would change that would be under what's called tour meta tags, which is right here. And so then what we're seeing, where it says Blue Lava has several photos of virtual tour listing details, what we're actually seeing is it should say Century 21 Northland, right? So it looks like that is a bug. That's been passed on to the devs, Ben. So should get on that hopefully pretty soon. I don't have a guarantee, but hopefully pretty soon. Thanks for letting us know, though. Let's see, talk about music, talk payment gateway. Ooh, we were talking about affiliates. That's what we were talking about. So yeah, affiliates is your branding. So your affiliate is what's going to appear when you look at a project, when you view a tour. It wouldn't be on this one. That is your logo appearing in the bottom left of every tour you produce. So I click that, takes it right where I told it to go to, which is just our website. And it's there on every tour you produce. If you have a floor plan, it moves right over. If you tell it not to show up, it'll just show the photo behind it. And so what these affiliates do is you give it a URL and a title. So nobody sees the title, so you don't have to really worry too much about that. You could just say, main logo, secondary, different color, whatever you end up wanting it to be. But you can actually see, and so when you make a new affiliate, it asks for the image, and then it wants an email and a website, and it delivers a report based on people who are clicking your affiliate. And you can even see that report from right here. So see, mine's not super interesting. But let's go back to Jason's. Nope, not that one. Jason, it's okay. So here's some more impressive numbers for an affiliate. So that is almost 1.2 million click or 1.2 million don't know if that's minutes or if that's minutes, but if that's 1.2 million hours of combined views, that's a lot. And with 5,600 people clicking on it. And so his report, looks like the graphs aren't working. Yeah. So it looks like we'll have to check on that. But the affiliates is how you get your branding out. So every tour he makes has his logo on it. People click on it, they go to his website. And so we recommend everybody set up the affiliate. Like I said, you can set up more than one. You can set up different ones for different businesses. You could point it wherever you want. Depending on your client, they might want you pointing it at their site. They might want you pointing it to a broker site. Could be whatever you want. That's the whole point. But what we want you to do is put your logo there, send it to your website, because that's just going to be, every person who sees that via the realtor is now going to see your logo. So they don't have to ask, hey, who did your work? It's right there. You want to be branding it so well that they don't have to ask. Any other questions? No other suggestions here while we wait?